see this picture? I've been seeing this totem pole for a while, but I wish I knew more about it.
Actually, David, I can give you some more information about their history. Yes, so the beginning of the totem pole construction started in North America. They are being made of wood, they decay easily in the rainforest environment of the northern coast, so there are no examples of poles carved before 18th century. The meanings of the designs on totem poles are as varied as the cultures which produce them. So totem pole is any animal, plant or other object, natural or supernatural, which provides deeply symbolic meaning for a person or social group. And did you know that the first tribe who made this was the Kawawa tribe?
No, maybe what you just told me is really nice. You know, I wish I could build one, but I don't know if it's permitted because I think it's a religious symbol. I wish I knew something more about the religious part.
Actually, that is a very interesting idea to make a totem pole, but we need to discuss with Maria because she knows a lot of information about the religious part.
Yes. Oh, Maria.
Hello guys, I see
Hi, Maria.
a totem pole there.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes, exactly. Yes. You know, I was talking with Minko, and I think it's really nice to build one myself, but I don't know if it's permitted because I think it's a religious symbol, you know.
Yes, I understand. Many people think that totem poles are religious symbol because they represent spiritual animal. So in order to build a totem pole, you have to have this connection with the animal, or that it happened something in your life connected to this animal, and to build it as part of the tradition of the family. So this totem pole and every other totem pole represents the family history and the traditions in the family, and it's built and transferred from generation to another generation. So if you want to build one yourself, you can do that.
Oh, that's
There is
nice.
nothing religious because
Perfect.
it's just a myth.
Okay, now I think I have a lot of information, but I wish somebody knew more.
There were three main types of totem poles: a depth totem, a mortuary totem, and a poach or monumentum totem. The depth totem was carved to show that one tribe or person owned a depth, or they were also called shame poles, and were erected to shame individuals or group for unpaid debts. Shame poles are rarely discussed today, and their meanings have in many places been forgotten. One famous shame pole is the Lincoln Pole in Alaska. It was apparently created to shame the US government into repaying the Tlingit people for the value of slaves, which were freed after the Emancipation Proclamation. The mortuary or burial pole contained the ashes of the dead people at the top of the pole. The monument pole was the most elaborate, celebrating a special event, such as a wedding, a battle, or a new guardian spirit or song. Eagle. Many believe the eagle to be the most useful animal because it can fly higher than other birds. The eagle is considered extremely intelligent and is able to spot trouble in advance by soaring high in the sky. Thunderbird. This is a mythological creature with the power to create lightning with the blinks of its eye and thunder by beating its wings. The thunderbird can also be invisible and create violent gusts of wind. Bear. The bear is believed to teach natives to forage for berries and hunt wild salmon. The bear also comes to their aid in battle. Owl. This bird represents the souls of the dead. Wolf. The wolf is considered very powerful. It also represents those who take care of the sick and needy. Raven. One of the most commonly used symbols in Alaska, along with the wolf, the raven is well liked for his trickery. Despite being perceived as a corrupt and hungry, the raven is subject of more than 19 stories. Frog. The frog is believed to bring wealth and great fortune.
Poles have crests on them. You know, this one has a raven and an eagle, but if they were going to do one, say, for my clan, they wouldn't have an eagle on there because that's not part of our crest. Now, the reason this one is kind of has a bunch of different crests is because it's for everybody in the village, and, you know, the hospital kind of welcomes everybody, so it can't be, you know, a specific, I guess, genre of crests. For example, Billy's an eagle, and then he has crests underneath that, like, he has like a 5-fin killer whale and things like that. For me, ours is like the raven represents our clan, we're the Raven clan, but we have like subcrests. So we have 24 crests, so like a cumulus cloud, Sirius cloud. We have I think the Thunderbird. We have a hawk. We have these. We have so many, right? And those could be used on a pole.
Guys, it was a wonderful time to hear about the religious part as well and to inform you about the history.
Yes,
but I need
it
to
was a
leave right now
pleasure.
for a meeting. So
Don't worry, I will see you next time.
See you
See
next
you
time.
later.
Bye bye.
Take a seat, please.
Hi,
Oh,
guys.
Milano.
What are you talking about? Totem poles?
Yes, you're talking about totem poles, and Maria was telling me about the religious part, and she
Yes.
said that it's not a religious symbol, but it's more about something about family tradition, and it has like a meaning behind
Yes.
animals, right?
We're wondering if it's still made nowadays. So, do you
Well,
know something?
Yeah, I found something like long ago, totem poles were found to stand like 40 feet tall, so really tall. And today, Indian artists continue to carve these trees, but some are short and used in home decorations. Many totem poles no longer exist because they're old and everything. But today, these totem poles are still being carved and made by the Canadian citizens. They make it and dance around it as tradition, so they still do that kind of things. For people in the totem pole business, it's also really important because of the parks they have, the tourism. People want to see it, people want to buy souvenirs. You can even still buy a totem pole.
Oh, that's nice.
It's kind of expensive. It's $500 for 1 feet,
Okay.
so that's like 0.3 meters. So I don't know, it's expensive, but I don't know about the business on the parks. I don't know if you know something about the parks, tourism.
Well, I was investigating a little bit, and I found that there's a park, a national park in Vancouver, the Stanley National Park. It is visited yearly by 3.3 million people. Most of them go for the nature, but a big part of those million visit the totem poles of the area. It was difficult to find a number about how much each totem pole generates, but many businesses subsist because of the totem poles. So we can assume that at least they contribute to the area, to the community, and a lot of the money goes back to the national park.
So for the economy of Canada, it's really good, the totem poles.
Yes, I think so. If you see the size of Canada and the percentage that can be found in Canada of totem poles, and the statistics, we can see that they generate a lot. But it was difficult.
It's part of the tourism.
Yes, exactly.
So you want to make a totem pole, you said?
Yes, for the university, because it would be nice to have like a symbol, you know. And I was reading about this, and it would be nice, you know, me with more colleagues, you know.
It would be nice if we have an example of a totem pole. So can we just not pay $500, but buy something small, like a souvenir?
Yes.
Just to
For
look at
example,
it?
you guys are going to Vancouver, right? In the souvenir shop, you can buy small totem poles. They are not bigger than 30 centimeter. And you can maybe bring one here and we can make it bigger.
Do you know how much it is? The price?
Not really. Do you have an idea?
I think around $50, $15.
Okay, not so expensive, right?
Yeah, so they also make profit from that, and it also contributes to the economy
Yes.
and the business
Yeah.
part.
Welcome back, guys.
Hey Nico, you're back.
Yes, did you come up to any conclusion yet?
Yes.
Yes, we decided to make our own totem pole because here we were discussing about the traditions, the culture which totem poles represent. We also know a lot about the history, the religious part. We know that people still make them nowadays and they sell them as souvenirs as well as they show them in parks, so they generate enough profits from tourism. And we decided to build our totem pole. Do you want to
Perfect,
join?
of course, why not? Let's make a totem pole, right?
It'll be fun.
Let's make
Yes.
totem pole.
Yeah.